Hello there, welcome to another art vlog with me. Today I'll be giving you a whole lot of tips and talk a little bit about myself. Hope you enjoy. Getting right into it, I made my design on Procreate, but I'm sorry I did not record my process. Maybe I'll save it for another video. Anyways, as you can see, I started by sketching down my idea, but I would totally recommend not getting too detailed with the sketch. Just draw the contours of the figure because the very next step is to cover the entire drawing with white paint. So I tend to do this a lot where I directly unload the paint onto the canvas because I know that I want the layer to be super thick so that it absorbs the rest of the color. And it's just faster to work with when your canvas itself is your palette, and I knew that I did not want to use any water as well. Also, I'm very used to drawing freehand, so it did not really bother me that the entire surface was covered with paint. However, I would recommend going back over it and redefining the necessary details with a pencil. As you can see, I have redefined my sketch, and the subject that I chose to paint was a cat. I mean, who wouldn't want a sassy cat on their back, right? And if I had to pick a type, I really find those orange chubby cats very cute. And I'm happy that the colors complemented each other pretty well because I was apprehensive at first. I'm a big color theory freak and really abide by the color wheel. Another tip is using a hairdryer. It was a lifesaver at this point because my fabric wasn't absorbing my paint really well. So yeah, definitely go for it if you have one. So once I was done with my base color, which was primarily orange and yellow, I know it's not very easy to differentiate the colors on camera, but I added another layer of white paint and added like a tint of yellow to it. So the medium that I used was acrylic paint. Although I know that I should have used fabric paint, I was way too lazy to go out and shop because the art store is like 14 minutes away from where I live. And then I moved on to adding the details. My design wasn't super complex, therefore I did not have a lot of segments to cover. The only downside I feel I came across while detailing was not adding black and white to the primary colors initially, which sadly put me in a position where I had to add 6 to 7 layers of the color. I believe with every work you create as an artist, you realize where you have improved and where you lag. This painting isn't really my art style, but suited pretty well with the design and the fabric. To be honest, I wanted a kickstart to start painting again. Last year, during my fall semester, I painted 9 canvases for an art sale in the span of 2 weeks, which eventually led to a complete burnout. And ever since, I haven't gotten back to it. So I thought, why not start with something simple? Okay, I don't really know why I added green. I tend to do this a lot when I'm working with blue. I'll just add green out of nowhere. You'll see later that I ended up correcting it. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Moving on to talking a little bit about myself, I am a second year student at Emily Carr, majoring in visual arts. Growing up, painting has always been my thing. I don't really know what my art style is, but at some level, I want to know what it is so that I have a clear vision of where I want to go with it. On the other hand, I don't want to confine myself to a form. Nevertheless, I used to aim for hyper realistic artwork, but over the years of practice and learning, letting go has become much easier. Thankfully, I don't think so I ever had the imposter syndrome where I thought everyone else was better than me, or maybe I wasn't just not aware of it. Who knows? But all I know is that I saw myself as my competitor wanting to improve with every work that I created. I know it might sound all big and lame, but it is so true and deeply resonates with me. And if you're wondering why I was recording from my phone as well, it was for a reel for Instagram. But it's funny because I ended up not using this clip, and yeah. Further on, talking a little bit about my design, I saw a clip art of a cat on Pinterest and decided to jazz it up a little. I added elements like the glasses, a lollipop, headphones, and eventually decided to add the cards. And I feel it all came together so well and complemented each other. The idea of adding cards boiled down to my family tradition where all four of us would sit together at night and play bluff or something. It's been a while.